Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Lynn Renee McDonald for Practical Spirituality Live. And today, what Spirit and me want to speak to you about is talking about how things really work and what the truth is about when you have hereditary things in your family. All right, meaning hereditary things that manifest in your earth world reality or have the potential to manifest or in your DNA or a part of your physical makeup or in your DNA or you think come from your family. Okay. All right. So they want me to talk to you about these things because there's such a huge misconception because society thinks, oh, it's in your DNA, and people think, oh, this is how I got it because it wasn't my fault and I came in here. And the truth is, no one is really at fault for anything. But here is the deal: when you come in here and you develop an illness, have an illness, it is or have the propensity for an illness, it is your soul that has already had that within it, the habits, patterns, beliefs, consciousness that can form that and create that in your reality out here, because it carries with it all of your wellnesses, your gifts, your magic, and your unwellnesses from the beginning of time, since you were actually all part of God energy, which you are, since you came out into Earth World 3D reality. And in all realities, your soul carries everything with it, all of its gifts, all of its lifetimes, all of its processing, everything that is within you and is part of your journey, that is all part of God or love energy. And it is about you bettering you with love energy that is God to live the greatest life that you came here to live. But there's a big misconception here in this earth world reality, and Spirit wants me to talk to you about this so that you get a better understanding of the truth of what is really going on here. Because the truth is, all illnesses were already present in some way, shape, or form within your soul before you even came in. That's the whole purpose of coming here into this earth world reality, is so that you can heal these things from love, so that you can be the best love energy being that you came in here to be. All right. So your parents didn't give you these unwellnesses. It's more so, not that you gave them to your parents, but it's more like the other way around. Your soul has an agreement with the parents you picked out, the brothers, the sisters, the family line that you picked out in this earth world reality. All right, is in some way, shape, or form that which is in your parents or anyone else who is in your family has some way, shape, or form this unwellness that exists in them, exists in you. So you picked them out and they chose you to help each other. And so it could manifest in this earth world dimension, in the family, in the DNA, in the hereditary aspects in this reality, and could possibly manifest in this way, all right, in this earth world reality, so you can clear, heal, and change it. It is not about blaming it on anybody. It is actually a blessing. So you came in here, you picked your parents and the people who are in your family, and if there happens to be cancer that runs in your family, yes, you may have a similar cancer, you could get a similar cancer, but the reason it is to show you this in your reality is to heal, help, and assist you. You come in here, it's all habits, patterns, beliefs that cause that unwellness of, let's say, cancer or sickness or depression or anxiety or whatever unwellness is, manifest in your physical reality and in your earth world reality. Everything is a habit, pattern, and belief, okay? That is within you, and your soul created it out here. But in order for you to manifest the energy that is you in this earth world reality and deal and address the things that are unwell in your soul, as well as harness and utilize your greatest gifts here, you have to have a certain parent that has the same kind of thing as you. Okay. And you picked them and you chose them, like they pick you and they chose you to help each other, help the family line, the DNA line, as well as help yourself, help you heal you, assist your parents in healing them. And the whole grand plan is so that everybody works together from love to be the greatest them that they came here to be. But so many people I see in earth world reality, because nobody teaches you the truth. This is the God's honest truth about how the energy manifests from within your soul into earth world reality, so you can what? So you can change it, okay? Excuse me, because the truth is, you have all the power here. You do. You have the power to create, clear, heal, and change your whole entire reality. All sicknesses, all unwellnesses, mental, spiritual, and in all ways. And sometimes it's a little bit of sickness, like a simple little virus that can be cleared and healed. And sometimes it's heavier stuff and bigger stuff, okay? All right, but your soul has a karmic agreement or contract with love energy that is God, okay, which you are part of. And anybody in your family or the people that you come in with, all right, you have a love energy contractual agreement, okay, an energy agreement that they chose to be your parents or your brothers or your siblings or your friends or whoever it is, okay? This is an agreement that you have before you come in. And all of these things are part of your destiny in this earth world that you picked and choose before you even came here. Whether you're trying to learn how to be a better friend to people, how to love people in the healthiest, best way, or overcome cancers, or love yourself in the healthiest, best way, or a karmic agreement could be that you're supposed to take care of your family members when they're sick. And you will know by how it feels in your heart and by asking Spirit, God, what's the truth here for me? Okay, what should I do here? What is the God's honest truth? How should I address this? That's how you take everything to God. You just ask and you shall receive. But your answers will be clear as day. They will show up, especially if you work with a love energy that is God up here in this earth world reality. There's a balance of that. Okay, so before you come in here, you have an agreement, what I call a contract with love energy that is God and all the people who are in your life beforehand to help everybody grow to a better place of love, heal themselves, and live the greatest lives so that God itself can understand and be the best love energy that it came here to be. And we are all individual pieces and parts of that, and we get to experience that in this particular reality right here, both separate and within one of the God of or law of love energy or love energy of all that is. It's really fascinating shit. It's just like, wow, But if nobody tells us, again, we don't know, right? So when you have parents that are sick or people that are sick in any way, shape, or form or unwell, you will notice many times that you will have the same stuff that they have going on because you have signed on for these family lines so that you can heal not only the family for the collective consciousness and all that is, but heal yourself, help to heal others, help to learn love energy lessons, which are all healing. It's not really like people say a lesson, a journey. It's a journey to get to the greatest love that you really came here to be and in all areas of your life, so you don't have to deal with unwellnesses anymore. All right. For example, people, just to give you some examples of things that people come to me with, they're like, well, my mother has cancer and I know that I'm going to have cancer, so I'm going to get the surgery. And this is just because it's in my DNA and blah, 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 blah. The truth is, that's not really where it is. It can manifest in this reality, in that DNA, absolutely. But you came in here with it first. You heal, clear, and change the habits, patterns, and beliefs that cause you to have, let's say, a cancer or a sickness or an illness. Then you change your physical reality out here, your physical being out here, and you have the potential to heal that entirely. And that is the whole purpose of this. So the DNA that is your parents' DNA or somebody's DNA in your family that has been passed on and may cause, so to speak, cancer, right? Or people believe it, like there's some specific cancer genes in earth world reality that they talk about, all right? In order for you to get that, all right, you have to have that somewhere in your soul, the habits, patterns, and beliefs that create that to manifest in your reality. And most of that comes from not loving you in the healthiest, best way. This is the truth about how these things work. So nobody's DNA strand really causes them to be unwell. It is the unwellness in here. So like people say, well, this is just in my family. I have rheumatoid arthritis. There's nothing I can do. Oh, yes, there is. There is everything you can do because the metaphysical causes of everything are really what causes the physical causes of unwellness in this reality. Okay, just like your metaphysical gifts. Okay, you have wonderful gifts that are in your DNA. I look back now and I look at my father and I see my father's wisdom and my mother's healing abilities, both physical, mental, spiritual, and I see all of these things now in hindsight about my parents that I also got to have by choosing my parents to be these wonderful, magical, spiritual gifts of knowing things, having common sense, so to speak, being connected to my intuition and knowing what to do, knowing and feeling what is best for me, and the wisdom of my father I see in me, and the wonderful healing gifts of my mother I see in me. And you think that's an accident? Absolutely not. If you're a seer, a psychic, a healer, a teacher, a energy worker, a master at anything that you do, an artist, a musician, a librarian, whatever your gifts are, a writer, okay, whatever those are, you specifically picked your DNA in this earth world reality in your family, okay, to bring to you those gifts to manifest here in your reality, because everything that you are is perfectly designed by love energy that is God to bring to you the greatest you that you could possibly be and what you signed on for in this life. So you perfectly picked out your parents and they picked out you. They said, I want this daughter. I want this journey. I want this to happen. All right. And in order for that to happen, it has to be in alignment with the energy and earth world reality for you to come in. And so you can work on your stuff, create your greatest life, and everything and manifests in the energy. Okay. So I just wanted to take this few minutes today to talk with you about how things really work, because so many people run around blaming their illnesses, their unwellnesses on their family. And there's just as much, oh, I'm a Cherokee, or Navajo Indian, or a Apache Indian, or and that's there's a reason for that. Many people choose to be a Native Indian, Native American Indian, and the reason is because there's so many healing gifts and shaman gifts within that. So that's a positive thing. But I hear all too many times how everybody doesn't know, and they blame their unwellnesses, like sicknesses in like cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, or psoriasis. All right, in order for anybody to get any kind of unwell sicknesses, it has to have metaphysical cause in here. It cannot manifest out here if it in this earth world reality if it does not happen or is not connected and created from in here, because that is the law of universe with everything. Whether it's your positive gifts, like I talked about being a Native American and channeling Native American healing powers, working with the plants, working with the earth, spiritual powers as shamanism, whatever it is that you have, your gifts that come with whatever parents or whatever family or ethnicity or country and things that you chose to be part of. They are all part of the grand design, and you pick and choose before you even come in here what you wanted to do within your soul, all right, in here, okay, before you even come in, because this is all the grand design of how things manifest in earth world reality. That's part of how you manifest your gifts and tools that come from your soul. They must be in energy alignment agreement with what you are and what you came in here to do. I'm not going to pick so-and-so's mom who lives across the street, otherwise she'd be my mom. Do you say? And it's the very same reason, like we walk around and we think, one of the reasons is we walk around and we think, well, I don't really want to be them, because you picked to be you, no matter what your problems are, your issues, your stuff. You ever meet somebody and somebody says to you, oh, I wish I was them. And you're like, yeah, I don't ever wish I was them, because that's not what your soul came in here to be. Your soul came in here to be you. That's a big part of why this happens, okay? Your soul came in here to be you. It specifically picked everybody and everything in your life. And there are 103, actually 102 paths that you can take, which is the number 3, which is the number of God, which is the number of, all right, you being able to create anything you want. And this is the path you are on. In any given time, you take one of those 102 paths. Number 3, number of God, number of love energy, okay? Number of creation, okay? All right, creating, manifesting. So you pick one of those paths that your soul takes, those 103 paths, or 102 rather, which is the number 3 again. All right, you pick that, and your soul goes on that journey. And with free will, you have the ability to manifest, not manifest, heal you, clear you, change you, create what you want in your reality, create you differently. And then you jump from one path to another, and then your destiny changes, and that's free will. But overall, for what you've asked God for or love energy for and what you've signed on for in this earth world reality, those are the paths that you get to choose to take and that you have with you. We all have those paths. Where you go and you change your mind and all your stuff and what you feel and do, That's entirely up to you. You change you change the path you are on. You heal your unwellness with sickness or cancer or rheumatoid arthritis, then you change your path, and then you can truly be well, okay? And you can live the greatest life that you came here to be, all right? But this is all part of the grand design and the journey that we all pick and choose, and it's individual to each one of us who came into this earth world to be part of God, but yet separate within ourselves, within that love energy that works consciously with God all the time on a soul level, either consciously up here or subconsciously on a soul level, all right? And it creates your best world. But when you work consciously with God, you have the knowledge, the wisdom, the ability to step in here and say, I don't want to be sick. I choose not to be. Let me clear, heal, and change this, God. I choose to be this. I choose to be that. Now, there's many ways that you can do this. You just work with spirit. You don't know how. You ask love energy. You ask for all the answers you need. You ask to be able to heal you or to heal you. You ask for the tools, the solution, the best people, the best things, everything that you need in this life. Just like you ask God to create. Thanks for a house. Thanks for me knowing what's on TV. Thanks for a great dinner. Thanks for me living the greatest life. Thanks for my beautiful hair day. Thanks for me loving my eyes. Thanks for me loving myself. You create what you came here to be. So the next time you want to blame any of your shit on anybody else, whether it's sicknesses or blame it on your family lines, like they may say, oh, well, my mother's been depressed and this person's depressed and that person in my family is depressed, so I'm going to get depressed. Oh, no, you're not. You decide what you want. You have the ability. Yes, you can have the depression, habits, patterns, and beliefs that will manifest that in you, and it is up to you to take it to source or love energy in your soul, clear, heal, and change it to create the greatest life that you want to have. And you don't have to be depressed. It is up to you to know how to do this and work with love energy. And that's how you do everything. The more you work with love energy that is God, the greater the life you will lead, the more you will clear out your stuff, and the better across the board you will be. And we change the collective consciousness and we change the world in all ways, not just with depression, physical unwellnesses, mental unwellnesses, whatever your unwellness is, and in your reality as well. Habits and patterns come out everywhere in your life, from constantly getting divorced, constantly not getting along with somebody, constantly having some kind of bad habit, pattern, and belief, either consciously or subconsciously. All of these things are all part of the stuff that is in your soul that you can take a look at and change. All right? So, and the more you work with God or love energy, the more you change it, the more you have all the power and the greatest life you will live from love, because that is always the answer here. You don't know what to change. You ask love to know. You ask love. You give it to love, okay? All right. So again, remember this. Only you are responsible for your shit, whether you realize or not. You don't like it, you ask God to be free of it. Boom. And so it is. Don't know how to do that? You ask God that you do. You have all the power here. So the next time you want to blame your shit on somebody else, whether it's a sickness, an unwellness, or your child is sick, or this is sick, ask God to clear, heal, and change it. Teach them how to change that. And remember, you have all the power here to change this for you. And so you have all the power. So you ask God to be free of this, free of the unwellness, and you ask of your friend or your brother or your sister who may be sick, ask that we clear it for all of us if we also desire it. Remember, that's super important. You want to say if they so desire it, so that you can look at you and you can heal you, and you're not overstepping your karmic boundaries or boundaries for other people. Do you see? All right. Okay. All right, I'm just moving stuff out here. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. You're going to ask spirit, bring it to God. Do not do any energy work or spirit work for people unless you're going to say, if they so desire it, or thank you, God, for this for them, if they so desire it. So you can say it for you. You can say it for them. It's always wisest to say, if they so desire it at the end. Then you send out that energy. If they want it, they can reach up, grab it, and use it to heal themselves. This is the reality of how things work. And I teach this because it's always best to not mess around with karma in an unwell way. And this is a way that assists us to do that, okay? All right, so remember, only you are responsible for your shit. The next time you want to blame it on somebody else, ask God to clear, heal, and change that. Because your soul came in to heal you, and that's the magic of this reality. Whether you get sick or stay healthy anywhere and everywhere in your life, you have the power with God or love energy to clear, heal, and assist and change that, okay? You have all the power here. All you got to do is is ask. Thanks, God, for me being free of the consciousness that blames others for my stuff, or blames all my unwellness on others and doesn't take responsibility for it. And clear all of that from my soul and all I am, be, say, do, and create, and all that it is, and the best way for me and all, or something better. And thank you, God, for that for me. And if you want this prayer, you just say, or this tap and this and or this tap and for you. Thank you, God, for that for me. That's all you got to say. Thanks for Lynn's prayer for me. It's that simple. All right. Many blessings to you all. Remember, no such thing as blaming. Take care. Lots of love.